Over the last 90 days, Mark's speed has increased 65%, his endurance 70%.
What is going on, Chocolatiers? Here to review Invincible Season 3. Now, ironically, one of my most viewed videos on this channel, I think sitting at 2.4k views, is my Invincible Season 2 review. And I titled it, TV Shows Can't Keep Doing This. I thought about titling this one this, so I guess we'll find out if it is or not. Ironically, just like the human, consciousness or brain or collective, whatever you want to call us, nobody watched that shit. It showed the most, the average was I think a minute or two or something like that. So they heard a lot of the bitching and they answered dislike, fuck you. And you ought to see some of the comments on the shit. People were so mad. And I was like, okay, you didn't fucking watch it. I think I gave Invincible Season 2, I think I gave it a 9 or 9.5 or some shit. It's a pretty high score. Okay, I love the show. Just like I love this season. And last season, my main complaint wasn't even the show in general. That's what I mean by people don't watch shit. My main complaint was the fact that it took that many years for another season to come out, and I really wasn't even bitching so much about Invincible. I was just talking about TV in general. That's why it was called TV Shows Can't Keep Doing This, because we used to get year to year 16, 20 episodes, something like that. And I get it. Okay, cool. We don't get 20 some episodes, but you would think with a collective episode of 8 or something like that, or a 10 episode season, it would come out even quicker. And it's just weird that when you grow up and you look at old cartoons like a Ben 10, like a Courage the Cowardly Dog, something like that, these shits was coming out like that. And then something like Invincible can't. And so one of the things I blamed was the cast. Even though I love the cast so much, when you're paying Ma, Pa, and Joe all this big money, and they're also big actors, you get some scheduling conflicts. So I'm sure there's some times where damn, we got to record this line this week, but it's oh, fuck, Jeffrey Dean ain't going to be ready for 3 more weeks. So I get why stuff gets pushed. And I really, like I said, didn't hate the show. But anyways, let's get off that, because I'm sure this one will not hit 2.4k views. We've dropped a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And so, yeah, let's go and talk about this show. So Season 3 picks up right after Season 2. You already know. You've seen this shit. You just want to validate your own opinion. It's good. It's fucking gas. The soundtracks are popping even more. People kept talking about the animation quality. Please shut the fuck up. I really would beg you. Because, see, that's what I mean. I just don't get how people can pick or choose. First, they want a season every fucking year, right? They don't want to skip this yearly other whatever shit. So then we get a season every year, which means animation's probably going to dip because, they can't be sitting up here doing this map of shit and, putting out so if they're going to put it out every fucking season, it's probably going to be dipped a little bit, right? They're saving their budget for the big scenes and this and that. But to me, as somebody who watches animated shit all the time, or used to at least, I didn't fucking notice anything. I don't give a fuck. People are like, oh my god, do you see this shit? And I'm like, oh my god, you can quit watching it. I hate when people do that. It's hate watching. I don't get it. It's like the new Star Wars shit. Whenever we get Star Wars shows on TV, you always got those voices out there. They're like, oh, let's recap this episode and tell you why it's woke and DEI filled. And I'm like, why are you watching it? That's so fucking stupid. Like me, right? I'm trying to think of a show. I mostly like most TV, but there's some Apple TV shows. The one with Octavia Spencer in it. Let's remove that one because that show's pretty good. See with Jason Momoa. I fucking love Season 1. I started watching Season 2. I literally was dozing the fuck off. I went to sleep multiple times. And at that point, I was like, okay, I know it's not bad, but it's just not hitting for me. Just ain't went back to it. I ain't watched it. I might one day, but I ain't watched it no more. Because that's what a human being fucking does. You don't like it, you stop watching it. I cannot stand this hate watching shit. Every fucking week on Twitter, new episode of Invincible drop. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's so good. I loved it, man. Somebody's like, the animation quality has actually dropped a lot, actually. And I'm like, why are you watching? If you're being a bitch, okay? Because it's not coming from a place of love where man, I just wish that, it was just a little bit better, just represent the show. No, it's literally from I fucking hate this shit anyways. It's hey, well, you ain't gonna watch, what the fuck? But yeah, so Invincible's getting the blue suit this season. He's kind of more hardcore. You got Oliver doing more shit. You got, I wanted to say new villains, but kind of old villains. I feel like this season was kind of lackluster in that. But I just had a comics word. So I'm not too mad about that. I saw people bitching about Invincible War. I said the whole point is that it's not supposed to be long and drawn out. So I was like, whatever. And so I loved everything about this fucking season. I loved the fights. I actually loved, ironically more, Oliver a lot. Oliver was a standout for me. I know a lot of people didn't like him. They called him annoying, this and that. But dude, outside of that bitch slap in the final fucking episode, Oliver was out here being a king. Okay, Oliver was talking that shit like he kept saying. He was like, maybe we should fucking kill people, and then they won't come back. I said, Punisher rules. You're right. You're right, Oliver. Like, if we take these fucking people out, then they ain't coming back to kill us again. Okay, and you saw that with Engstrom Levy coming back, right? And so, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this show. It's pretty damn good, honestly. And so, yeah, like and subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys on the next one.
He turned people into monsters.
You don't waste people like that. You reform them. You killed Engstrom Levy. Should I lock you up too?
You know that was different.
I love my popcorn. Movies, popcorn.